Hi everybody, thank you for joining. I am so pleased to introduce you to our guest speaker today. Before I introduce you to her, let me just share. She calls herself a human value maximizer and a community architect. Now, isn't that beautiful? And she's come all the way from North Carolina, United States of America. So, without further ado, let me introduce you to Anuradha Raj. Now, did I say that right?
You did, Mandy, you did. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
That's a lot, many people get the name wrong, but thank you so much for saying with it such clarity.
You're welcome. I have been practicing and I have actually split the first name into two syllables just so that I could get it right.
I truly, truly appreciate that. Thank you, because our parents take so much time and effort naming the child, and I value the thought that went into taking the time. Thank you.
And is there a meaning to Anuradha?
It's just one of the moon signs that I was born
lovely.
on. So
beautiful.
They decided to name me on that.
Nice. And we have like a really good moon at the moment here. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. And you feel relaxed. You're good.
I am beautiful. I think I'm in the wrong time when I'm saying in December in London, but then it's raining the entire week, but I'm loving it.
Well, that's wonderful to hear. And it's so lovely that you reached out to me and you just grabbed an opportunity, and I was actually blown away. I was like, wow.
I thought, thank you for not taking it the other way around.
No, not at all.
I'm a person who thinks that, when there are opportunities, what's the worst that's gonna happen? Maybe you get to know, but that's okay,
Yeah.
When you have to reach out to people and ask for anything that you'd want, and I'm sure it's going to be either an yes or no, and you can still work on it.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it. I appreciate you having me, and of all, not even this opportunity, I wanted to meet you in person because I've been following you a lot on LinkedIn, and I know you're friends with Tobias, and there's a beautiful community out here.
There is, yeah.
And if this was an opportunity to meet you, why not?
Bless you. It's wonderful to have you. It's just so it is a blessing. I think that when people meet, it is a blessing.
We
are
the connections that we make.
Yeah,
that's for sure. And you being able to connect those connections later, telling people, hey, you know what, Mandy can help you with that. Maybe you should reach out to her. This is a blessing, in fact.
Absolutely,
and it comes because you've experienced it yourself, not just like a word of mouth, but you've been there, done that, and felt that experience for yourself. And with more authenticity, you can share that with people.
Oh, yeah. Wonderful. So before we go deep into some insight of you, because you've just got such a lot of experience and background to share with us. So before we understand who is this human value maximizer community architect from America, let's tap into something which is a question I ask everybody. So what were the moments in your early career that shaped you, and who has been your biggest mentor influence?
Right. So the earliest career that I had is I joined in as an administrative assistant, and then eventually became an executive assistant to the C-level directors. And then I quickly felt that, I'm a human person. I'm a people person. Though I was into at that time, computers were a big thing. So that makes me sound like ageist, and I'm not. But then, I was not behind, though I was very impressed with what computers were able to do and, interested in coding. But then I thought I'm better off. I think my strength lies in connecting people, or, talking to people, or being that people person, if you will. So I quickly pivoted from being an executive HR into HR itself, executive assistant to HR. And then I went into recruitment, and I'd love to connect with people, see that they land the perfect opportunity that they're looking for. So that was my early career. And during those times, I think I come from India. Basically, that's where I'm originally from. So it is always there's a lot of peer pressure. There's you trying to keep up with the others. So I didn't per se have a mentor, but I did have a lot of good professors in college who guided me. But along the way, I did have many mentors who are basically people that some of them I've not even met online in person.
Yeah.
And they've, kind of taken me in and then, helped me out with, maybe this is your area that you didn't. And the beautiful thing about mentors is they tell you the things that you don't know. for yourself, right? And one thing for those who are listening and watching, I forgot to say, is my voice. You're listening to my
Yes.
Wicked Witch voice.
Wicked witch voice.
Yes, because this is not my real original voice.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
it's. I blame it on the country. I think I'd been roaming around too much or partying too much. I don't know. It's like a different voice, and hope you can use your closed captions.
Well, feel free to just, grab a drink anytime you need to. Yeah,
Yes,
just
thank you.
have a little break.
Yes.
So your early career from HR, you pivoted into recruitment, and yeah. So can you share a bit more about that? And
Yes. So as I said, understanding that I was a people person, and where I started even my education, right?
Yeah.
I studied HR, and then I said, okay, management is the place where people put both people and process in place.
Yeah.
And I wanted to learn a little bit more about that. So after I finished my master's in HR, I also did psychology in management psychology. I
Okay.
did philosophy in management psychology. So I got to know a little bit more about it.
Oh.
And I thought, okay, management is the side that I'm going to go. I'm not going to go the technical side. And this is where I want to have my life and future in.
And that's really great because you've very clearly identified this is the area that I want to be in.
Yes.
Not this kind of like, I want to be in that and I want to be in that.
Right. I think that was the biggest blessing and gift, understanding your strength very quickly and trying to build up on it. I was still open to opportunities. I was still being very flexible, but then I found out I do better when I'm a people person.
And also along the way, being a people person, you're going to pick up technical things that you need to know.
Right. Tools are something that you can pick up at any point in time. But the ability to work with humans, it involves a lot more.
Yeah.
The soft skills that people don't talk about, which is very, very underrated, I guess, is something that you build on and you try to make those connections and, basically try how you can involve with people.
Yeah. I mean, I work in software engineering. A lot of people, technical people, we grumble, HR do not know what we do. They don't know what the job entails. And, what's your kind of take on HR knowing people and their jobs better, like the skills and...
Right. I wouldn't talk on behalf of all HR because I was more into recruitment. I was just trying to bridge the gap between the hiring managers and the people. But I think HR... they are also, they get a lot of fire.
They do,
because they're trying to pacify both the management and the employees. So they are kind of in between there, trying to do their best, I guess. But most of the HRs try to do, like once you onboard, and it's also to do with the company and the policies. And it's just
definitely.
not the HR. So if you have a good policy in place, it's a breeze for HR. Otherwise, it's going to be a nightmare. Yeah. So I will not specifically put it on HR, but the policy of the company for sure.
Yeah. No, lovely. Thank you. So let's talk about what you do currently. So what's your current role? What kind of, what can you share with people out there in terms of what work you actually do?
Right. So after ages, I'm actually consulting for a startup right now.
Okay.
And I get to do what I love to do the most. I'm trying to create a community.
Yeah.
So my designation as such is head of community development, which means that I bring in people who would talk about the product to enterprises. So I'm building that part of community. We call them RCFs, which is Resumex Certified Facilitators. So I onboard them.
So what are they called? They're
Resumex. This is the name of the company that I work.
Okay, Resumex.
Yeah, that's the company that I consult for. And then we call them Resumex Certified Facilitators.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll talk more about it, of course, for sure, what the company does and all. But then my part there is to bring people who are fascinated about AI and then, want to take this to organizations.
Okay.
So I onboard them, I help them get their certification with the company and then move on from there, go to conferences and whatnot,
Wow.
to help bring in business for them.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
And I can tell you enjoy it. You've got a massive smile on your face.
I love it. When there's people involved, I love it.
Yeah.
That's a dream job for sure.
That sounds like it. It sounds like it. Can you talk us through a recent big decision, and how did you make it?
My recent big decision, you mean?
Yeah, or one you can remember, or
Yeah, so wanting to do what I want to do right now, right? Like there was time, so I took a big sabbatical.
okay,
I raised my 2 beautiful boys, and then I wanted to give my time to them, which what my mom did for me. So I wanted to do it for them. So, and then I was married to a software engineer, obviously. So which made us travel around the world. So one of us had to take the plunge and then say, you know what, let me be with the children, and I did that. So I was trying to come back from sabbatical, and the decision to come back during the time that I wanted to come back was super challenging.
Why
because
is that?
Because it was like just 3 or 4 years before, and that was the time things were shifting on the ground, but I didn't know because I was getting into a Scrum Master because I like people, as I told you. I want to work with them. I want to help them be more successful.
Yep.
But then the opportunities, I don't know if it was the certification industry or if it was a lot of people, there was something shifting because the person that I am, and I think many women are like me because you have this imposter syndrome. Like if there is a requirement, you say, I only fit in 80%. I'm not there 100%. Should I even apply for this job, So not kind of getting even the interviews.
Okay.
Minded being coming from a recruiter because you've been there, you've done that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It was, I didn't understand what it was, but AI was slowly evolving even then. So that was the shift that was happening, and I had to work really, really hard to get back to work. That's what I was like, okay, maybe not. Don't take big sabbaticals, So that was a challenge, and I had to do a lot of volunteering work. I had to consciously put myself out there to let people know. Which for me, coming from the place that I'm coming from, being very humble and not wanting to market myself, right?
Yeah.
But quickly I did find out that you're your own product. And one of my friends helped me say that, and he said, you're your own product.
You are your own product.
You have to market yourself, otherwise you're not going to be seen. So instead of marketing myself, I kind of uplifted people with me. Like I shared the things that I learned across, and that's how I got onto LinkedIn. And then I said, okay, I'm going to let go of everything here and let people police me if they have to police me. But there are people who are genuinely curious to learn, which I basically was. I was following people like you, many people like Tobias and everybody else. And then I was learning from everyone. So I thought, okay, let me share my learnings here as well. Maybe there are people like me out there in the community who would want to learn more. So yeah, that's one big decision of getting back to sabbatical, which was very challenging, and I'm very proud of what it got me and where I am today.
Oh, well done.
Thank you.
It's just lovely to hear that. When you say people out there police you, what do you mean by that?
So there are some posts on LinkedIn, isn't it? Like the moment you talk about, let's say, for example, Scrum, and then God help you if you say something about, how do you do your sprints, or how do you write about things? And they just come in here and comment, and it kind of, especially for people who are trying to learn, it makes you feel very scary at sometimes, or it kind of shuts people down. But it is, see, again, how you take it, right? Like for me, I was not behind what people are saying. I was like, okay, why are they saying it? Maybe I did not get it right. Maybe this is a learning opportunity for me, and I want to learn from what they have said. So I did more research. So especially when you write about things like estimation, there is always this debate of some people saying, no, it's good. Some people saying, no, it's not good. So you are trying to figure things out for yourself when you're in your open social media platform.
Yeah.
So that's what I meant by policing. Yeah.
Great. No, thank you for clarifying that. I appreciate that a lot. But you will get people commenting, and, there'll be some people who know it all. Which is a shame,
right?
Because I don't think one person can know it all,
right? And they get you with the hashtags. That's what I learned very quickly.
Because, really?
Yeah, if someone were to write about Scrum or Agile, you just search by hashtag, and you can see all the posts that's written there, and then you can go and. It's a good thing. You can also comment there. Like for one of the mentors that helped me, he goes actually educating people, not that he's policing, but then telling that don't pass wrong information, like, this is not you're supposed to say.
Yeah. I mean, I've noticed recently people are not even bothering with hashtags.
No.
They do a post, it's content, and no hashtag.
Right. So I think that's becoming a thing too. I don't know. But then I always use hashtag because that's an easy way to learn, and that's how I learned. And if those who want to learn, that's something, especially if the areas that you're interested.
True. Because content and algorithms pick things up, don't
Right.
they? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's wonderful. So if you could change perception in your industry, what would it be?
In the industry that I am in.
Yeah.
Okay, so as I said, I consult for a company that's into AI, right?
Okay.
So and we try to do a lot of things. We try to help people to see how to build software products in a different angle, like how to bring in AI. But if there is something that I would always say, take it with a grain of salt, right?
Yeah.
Like, because AI is still evolving every day.
Yeah.
Not to mention, in a week or a month's time, it's evolving every day with the information that you're giving in. So be very careful out there. And with AI, the product that you're trying to build, and you want to be successful, then you have to go back to your roots. If something doesn't work, do you have a plan B? How are you going to go about that? So that's something that I keep telling them as well. But then, I think being a little more cautious is good.
Definitely. And I think the AI kind of storm, or the AI push, is it's probably, it's just so unbelievably great, and yet it's so unbelievably not ready. But the more people who use it, and the more people who use it from a point of view of being critical and also questioning it, that's not the right answer. With the AI, or plugging the answer into another AI to do the research and finding out, actually, is this accurate? How accurate is this? I think more people, if they're sharing this kind of way of working, is good. And as you said, there's many AIs out there, and it's changing a lot. So definitely worth, if you're interested, to fully grasp what its capabilities are and what its current limitations are.
Right.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Keeping everybody in the loop and helping them understand helps, I guess. Because I go to a lot of conferences where people talk nothing but AI nowadays. I was at a recent conference, and that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
And everywhere you look, it's gone are the days where you talk about agile, it's like AI, right? Like they want to terming it some kind of digital transformation, for sure. But you have to be really careful as to how many tools you're trying to implement it with. Even like tools like Atlassian, they've brought in their own AI to help things. Automation is good. It's really good, as long as, it doesn't bite you the other way.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful about it.
I liked what you said earlier about being able to go back to your roots. That's really important, because, even if, say, for example, one day AI is so magnificent that it can do everything for you, then what happens when it stops working? Then what do we do?
Exactly. This is when I remembered what my mom used to say. It's a very cheeky saying, but then she says, to be a good servant, you need to be a good master. To be a good master, you need to be a good servant. Because you need to know how to do things to be able to get work done in the first place, right? So if you forget your roots as to how you got there before all of this existed, which is sadly going to be the thing for kids of the next generation.
Absolutely.
They wouldn't know how to do the things, basic things, and they might find it difficult. So that's where I think it's in every parent to teach their child as to not learn it the hard way, if you will, right? So that if something were to fall off, then your backup plan.
And also, I think, we with software, with just using technology, using your phone, everybody knows that software, it comes with bugs. It doesn't just come as a perfect package. It does come with that. So similarly, AI is going to do the same. It will be coming with hallucinations. It will be coming with things that are not right. People definitely need to be more skeptical, I would say,
right,
or more kind of critical and doing their research.
Right, absolutely, because even when you're saying AI, there are a lot of people who are going to question it because it's AI, right? Because let's say vibe coding, right? People are doing vibe coding right now. Would anybody question the person who's doing a vibe coding, or would have actually not questioned the person who had done it the right way? Because that was not the case back then, right? If a developer developed something, you trusted them for a reason. But now with this happening with vibe coding, it's like you have to keep changing a lot of prompts, and then the prompts itself, it's like it doesn't read everything, right? It's going to give you some mistakes. So it's a give or take, I would say, and people learning about, so use vibe coding as a tool, right? Like, and I'm sure developers know that as well. But then again, going back to the roots, if nothing is going to work, is where your strength lies.
Yeah, no, I like that a lot. Yeah, brilliant. Should we do a little 60-second?
For sure.
So 60-second, just to kind of break it up a bit.
Okay.
Because we're talking a lot of serious stuff here. Things that are going to change the world. So let's. This is, it's just a cheeky one, and just to get you thinking a little bit differently. What are you terrible at, but you secretly enjoy? It's just one of those.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
What am I terrible at, but I secretly enjoy?
I can tell you a few of mine.
I don't want to say every woman, but I am like, I love chivalry, but I don't take it. I'm like, I think most women do. I'm not the only one.
Yeah,
I secretly love the door to be opened by somebody.
I love it.
Yeah, right. I'm raising my boys to do that.
Well done.
Yes, I'm like, the women might or might not like it, but then trust me, you need to know this as a kid, right?
Boys, you've got a great mum here, so take note of what she says.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well done. No, I think that's wonderful. One more, just before we get back into serious stuff again. Which app, if you have, on your phone should you delete, but you never will?
LinkedIn. I'm like, why am I even thinking so hard? Because that's a given, I guess. But I'm always on the phone trying to see, because I learned a lot from that.
Yeah.
When I was actually getting back to work, I'd either be on my screen, on my laptop, or I'll be on my, when I'm away from it, I'll always be on my mobile. And I know that's eating my time, but then it was also giving me a lot of things to learn from. But now I know, you need to set boundaries. You can't always be on the phone and keep looking for things or posting things. Yeah. Because to get to where you want to, it's just not you posting, it's about you commenting and doing all those things. Yeah. And it takes a lot of work and your time.
It does. I think if you're trying to do deep work, then the distraction isn't good. I remember years ago I worked with some marketing people, and one girl was saying, I have Facebook on all the time. I was thinking, really? Why? But I suppose it comes back to your kind of way that you work. Some people welcome a little distraction, and other people just cannot hack it.
Right.
They have to have real focus in doing what they're doing. And again, if you're doing whatever you're doing, like LinkedIn or any kind of social media, are you doing it lightly? Is it kind of like your be all and end all? Because you see people writing really, really long posts, and they've gone into a lot of time and effort, and that's just it, time and effort.
Right. Because they're sharing their learnings, of course, for sure.
Yeah.
And then it's like whom you're following and the content and what resonates with you the most, I guess, right? So I follow a lot of people that way. So that's why LinkedIn comes in first, because I know I need to stop at some point. So I've actually kind of put it in my calendar now, saying this is the time that I'd give it myself.
Yeah.
Either am I posting, or either am I just commenting and reading from others or learning. This is the time of the day that I will do this, and this is how long I'll do it for.
And that's great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's really...
I'm trying to stick to it though. That's the tough part.
That is tough. It's tough. How do you do it? How do you force yourself to stick to it? Like, how do you?
Right. So I believe in block scheduling. So this is what I do from this time to this time, because I'm a person whose mind wavers all over the place, and if I don't get that work done, and I've started using the Pomodoro technique, like I'm like, I schedule a timer for 25 minutes, and I treat myself for 5 minutes doing anything on social media, be it LinkedIn or Instagram, and then I get back to work. So if I don't do that, there've been times that I sit on a social media for more than an hour, which I'm not supposed to.
Yeah.
Or, it's not that I'm supposed to, it just takes away the time,
Yeah.
the time and effort that I have to be putting on something else.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's how I'm trying to manage myself, and I'm doing okay.
Good.
Yes.
Well done.
Thank you.
So what would be your top advice for people starting out in their career?
Oh, that's a good one. I would say if you're starting out in a career, you have to be a team player. Learn how to be a team player, right? That your survival might be dependent on it, because that's very difficult. I guess there are a lot of collaborations happening inside the organization. There are a lot of things, and you have to be able to blend in there, not be a pain, right? But to be someone that you're curious about, to learn from or to share things from. So be that team player. Don't be that person like, I'll do it by myself. No, that's never gonna work. So be that person and learn that from a very young age, or whenever you're starting out.
Yeah, so it's quite a tricky thing for some, for some developers. It's quite tricky for them to collaborate, but to find a buddy who they can think and talk with is good.
Right.
Definitely.
I think developers and testers are wired very differently, like for very many reasons, because they have their own skill and area of expertise.
Yeah.
And when it comes to sharing it or working with somebody else, I think they find it difficult sometimes. But given it all, I think end of the day, they want to deliver value, right? Like they want to build a product that will actually, people will use and help. So I think especially people who are technical to learn, getting along with people for sure.
Definitely. It's building that trust, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've had in the past where we're going to do a deployment or we're getting things ready. We'll just have an open call. Everybody's on there, problem solving. We leave it open. We go back to it. And in fact, that's a really good way of working. If you're working virtually and you're not in an office together, then actually having a call open where people are, like you say, testers, developers, release people, they're in there together listening and contributing, and nobody's the person who's the boss,
Right.
that boss thing is not there. Everybody's a boss because everybody's got a stake in it.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. And that's the same startup culture that you have. Like not one person does one thing, right? Everybody does everything. So you kind of have your own share into what you're building. Like you feel like, yes, I have delivered to this, I have built this product and we've all done it together. But then it's the mind and state that, I do this, you do this, we all do this together.
It's lovely, isn't it? It's like a family, isn't it?
Yes.
It's like a family, or just more kind of like, you've got more vested interest. So is that how you're finding this startup?
Yes, because any startup for that matter, I guess it's like your end goal is to make this successful, right? Like if you want this product to be out there in the market for people to use it.
Yeah.
So it's just like bringing up kids, I guess.
Yes.
Bringing them to be good citizens. It's like, not having them to be a pain or, being hireable at some point in time with the organization, have their own family at some point in time. So you work towards that shared interest and you all work together as a group. And there's no one job that fits one person. We all do everything together.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Thank
you. How do you kind of help people to let go if they have like this kind of way that they're just going to do it, or do you just let them do it? And I don't know, like if you in a startup or I don't know, how do you handle conflict, I guess?
We all have our working agreements for sure, though it's a startup, right?
Yeah.
Because most of the times in startups, what you see is there are high pressured situations.
Yeah.
You're under a lot of pressure. For example, when you're traveling together, or when you're going to a conference or whatever it is. So you have this working agreement to respect people, or how do you act in such a situation? It is something that you have to take care of it right now, but then you'll talk about it later, right? But at that moment, it is something that you need to take care of. You can't just sit and talk about your feelings then. But then we set it apart, whatever it is, be it anger, be it you're sad about something, you do not like the way you're being treated and everything. It has to wait, but then you talk about it and don't let that go by, because I'm a person who doesn't want to build things up. And it shows on my face. Yeah. I'm not very good at poker. So I'll let people know in one way or the other, but then I'll come back and say, we will talk about this later, but then this is more important.
Yeah.
So let's get that
Yeah.
done. So working agreements help, and setting that expectation ahead of time helps.
Yeah, definitely. No, that's really good. It's good on. Not not kind of like just ignoring it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Ignoring it's only going to pile up things, and it's going to blow like a pressure cooker later, which I think we should never allow it to.
Yeah. No, that's beautiful. Let's bring in some more 60-second.
Okay.
We're getting so serious here. Let's bring in some. So if you had to change, right, you've got a wonderful job title.
Right.
You know, you are the human value maximizer and community architect. I don't think you can beat that. But let's just ask you, if you could change your job title to match your personality.
To match my personality.
Yeah.
No, I am actually very good at talking to people and networking. So let me drink some water.
Yeah, no, have some. Sorry, I'm kind of giving you all the hard work.
It's my throat. I blame it on that. So yeah, so I'm very good at networking and I'm connecting with people, and I'm an extrovert, so which I think comes very easily.
Okay.
But the recent thing that I learned is I'm actually not an extrovert. I'm an ambivert, which is like I like to talk to people, especially when I go into conferences. But when I come back to the room, I'm like, I don't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
I'm done talking for the day. So I would say I'm an extrovert networking nerd, maybe.
Nice.
I don't know.
I like that. I
Thank
like that a lot. It's interesting about this, this culture and this society and this kind of way that we are in identifying personality types, introvert, extrovert, ambivert, there's many others, advisor, I can't think of them, but yeah, there's so many. I wonder if we are lots of personas when we need them. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, if you think about the mother role, the daughter role. I don't know if you've got brothers and sisters, but
I
sister.
do have a sister, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then your wife. So these roles, these are like personas. So I wonder if we've all got this kind of aspect of having a persona that works for us.
All right, for sure.
So,
we wear different hats every hour of the day, I guess, sometimes, right? Like sometimes when I'm facilitating, I'm always this mostly an extrovert person that wants to bring up a smile to the group and the team and be warm and welcoming. And when I'm talking to my teenager son, I want to be an introvert for sure. It's like, because that's a response I get too, right? But then we wear a lot of different hats, and I really like the way you put it, like, comparing it with personas. We get to be those personas too, some part of our life, for sure.
I mean, I recently had said to my daughter, I mean, there are jobs I would welcome a robot to do, If the robot wants to go and load up the dishwasher, please,
yes.
go do it. I'm happy with that.
I had one robot which is now gone to college. I have another one. I soon wish I have another actual robot which can do all those things once he's out of house.
Yeah, it's just so funny. But I said to my younger daughter one day, she came over and she stayed over, and then the next day we were just chatting away, and I said, you know what I did last night? And she said, what did you do, Mum? I said, well, I pretended I was you when I was in the kitchen. She said, oh, what do you mean? I said, because when you go in there, you just swiftly put everything away. She's just, it's like a miracle. Like, she's gone in there and she's just got this magic wand.
Oh, nice.
And I said, you know what? I pretended I was you. And I said it really helped me to do the job that I was trying to do that I really hated doing.
Right. Nice.
And she said, Mum, I do that all the time. I think I'm you sometimes.
Oh, how sweet. Okay. It's give and take, right?
It's give and take for sure.
Really nice.
And I wonder if that's a kind of an aspect and an element that teams and people can bring more into like a collaboration of, actually, I'm going to be like this. And
I think that's a very good thing that you're saying, like coming to think of it, I can just wear a different person hats and say,
yeah,
I'm going to be thinking like him right now, or I'm going to be thinking like her right now, because they bring in their own unique perspective towards things, and they have their own personality. And having to wear that different hat and to be able to do that, I think it will be brilliant.
Yeah.
I love the point that you said. Thanks.
Yeah, no, you're very welcome. Right, let's do 60 seconds. So, if you could have one power, right, what would it be? One power you could acquire.
I could acquire.
You could, yeah.
I love cooking.
Oh.
So one power would be to have a sous chef forever. I would still want to cook.
Wow, I like it.
Yeah, I still want to cook, but then having a sous chef will make my job easier.
Wow.
To have done the grocery shopping and cutting the veggies and all that, right?
That would be a good power, actually, wouldn't it? Yeah, having that. Wow, like it. Right, name one ridiculous thing you have bought in the name of a hobby or a passion.
Oh my God. Ridiculous thing. Oh yeah, I do have enormous coloring books in the house.
Oh, do you?
Enormous amounts, you will not imagine. I have a cat. I am a pet mom.
Oh.
I have a cat coloring book, which I did not even start. It's like I want to do it at some point in time. Yeah. But I do travel a lot now, so I have a very small one with me.
Oh.
And I started one, and I'm yet to complete it because to me it needs to be perfect. And I start like I'm not even 1/4 of the page, and then the other fourth and the 3/4 is waiting because I want to match the colors. Either I've not sharpened the pencils or whatnot, but it's just that enormous number of coloring books that which I still, mind you, will get them.
You get,
but won't get them done for sure. Yeah,
that's wonderful. So you've got this artistic nature in you, and I love the fact that you're saying, you want it to be perfect. And is that a little bit like you want things to be perfect?
Oh yeah, growing up, I think from the family that I am from too, it's like wanting to be the perfectionist, right? Like you do things right. And I think in most of the places it's good, but some places it's not, because some places helps you, right? What's the best that I can give? Am I giving my 200% here? Am I? How can I make things easier for the other? So you think from very different angles. And if you were to be that person to be able to use something, how would it be for the other? So you put yourself in those places.
Yeah.
But most of the time, sometimes it can also backfire. It can be like you being the perfectionist. You'll be like, oh my God, why aren't others able to, do the same thing that I'm doing?
Yeah.
Why can't they be that? But people are different.
Yeah.
Like we are different fingers. I know not everybody is the same.
Yeah.
How I am brought up is not how you're brought up. So I think it's very unfair to think of it that way.
Yeah.
But a perfectionist mind can do that to you.
It can. And also the perfectionist mindset then brings the imposter syndrome. Then there's this kind of like rumination and, the dread and... Actually,
you're putting yourself into constant pressure for no reason.
Yeah, no reason whatsoever.
Like you want to set your own benchmark and you want to beat that yourself, which I think is ridiculous because you know your threshold, you know how much you can do.
Yeah.
And wanting to be one. So I always tell people I'm a recovering perfectionist.
I like that.
Yes, because
that's so
it's
good.
No good. It's no good being a perfectionist. Everybody, there's so many things that you learn from mistakes. Right? Who you make your mistakes with matter. I think growing up, that was like, not everybody's going to think that I made a mistake. So I'm trying to get out of this.
Yeah.
And unlearning something, Mandy, is the most difficult thing.
Oh, my goodness me.
It's emptying a cup is such a difficult thing to be able to re-pour in it again. So if somebody's learning something, don't try to be a perfectionist. That's what I'd say.
Love it. How do you define success for yourself?
Oh, yeah. Brilliant one. So I think success in everybody's life means different at some point in their life, like as especially as you age. For me right now, I think is, have I done the deeds and the work that I've done for the day? Is it giving me peace of mind?
Okay.
Am I having a good 8 hours of sleep in the night? Am I able to do that?
Yeah.
Because I can sleep anywhere. But then it can also keep me awake. Something that I've done during the day can keep me awake. So I'm like, how has the day gone for me? I measure success by that.
Brilliant. Wonderful. Love it.
Thank you.
Absolutely in awe of you. That's so lovely.
Thank you.
And how do you keep balance between work and life?
Oh yeah, that's a tough one for me because the 4 years of trying to land a job.
Yeah.
And having sometimes only being able to sleep for 4 hours a day, I pushed myself so much. So I had learned to set boundaries as to not as I said, LinkedIn is one such example where I'm like, I'm not going to be on this for for more than this time.
Yeah.
And I have a kid who's going to be out of the house. I'm going to be an empty nester as a parent. So I want to spend time with him. So to be able to get off of work. And that's one thing, isn't it? When you work from home, like
Absolutely.
the days that I'm not traveling for work, when you're at home, you don't know when to get off. So
there is
Yeah.
it's kind of like a double barrel, because you think, actually, I can do a bit more.
Right. But you don't want to, because you have your kid coming back from school and you want to spend the time with them. So I've literally gotten into the practice of closing my laptop, taking it and putting it in my laptop bag.
Yeah,
So it's going to take efforts to go and get back
Very
to
good.
that.
Very
So
good.
That is one thing I'm trying to do, my balance.
Like that.
Yeah.
Very good. Right. So if you had a billboard for professionals, what would it be?
Okay.
So if you had a billboard.
Yeah, I'd say up your social skills.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because that's, again, one of the very underrated things. Because as I go, like, you'll never know where life is going to take you, right? Like, if you're able to have that executive skill, the social skill that people talk about, it will take you places for sure. Because to be able to interact with another person, or to be part of a team, or to be able to become that leader that you want to be one day, to be able to self-advocating yourself.
Yeah.
All this comes from confidence.
Yeah.
And that confidence comes from you trying to talk to people and trying to learn from them. So up your social skills.
Up your social skills. Oh, I love that. That's so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anu, it's been amazing. It's been so amazing.
The feeling is mutual. Thank you so much for having me. I know I reached out and you were so gracious enough to accept it. And what a beautiful place to be in. What a beautiful time of the year to be in. Right?
Oh,
so thank you so much.
You're very welcome, Anu. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, Mandy.
You're welcome. That is a wrap. Thank you so much for joining. I really hope you enjoyed Anu as much as I have. Her insights, her beautiful voice. I don't know why she thinks it's witchy. Please, may I ask you to subscribe, share, like, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much.